next example 10, I think you need to really pay attention of this question. It's gonna be very long. First, given that the quadratic equation of the circle C1 and C2 in standard form, but later we'll convert it to general form. A showed that the two circles do not intersect. So we are going to show b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. That's our aim. So we are going to answer A first. So C1 and C2 equation, we need to convert it into the general equation. Okay, I already substitute I already expand for the C1. We have the standard equation, so we expand it, the square and this square, expand, we got this, and simplified, we got the number 1 into the general equation. On this one, the same, but expand the standard form into general equation, so we have number 2. So we 1 minus 2, we got this. So you minus, you will get negative the x square minus x square, y square minus y square, so you have left with negative 2x, negative 4 minus negative 16, you are going to have plus 12y and negative 63 equal to 0. We are going to do the simultaneous equation, but we are going to solve to show that b squared minus 4ac at the end. Okay, simplified, you will get this one, 63 plus the number is going to be big later on, 2x over 12. This will be number 3, and then we are going to sub number 3 into 2. So we sub 3 into 2, this 3 into 2, we got this huge number, and then we simplify, so I got this whole thing, simplify again into the simplest quadratic equation. Then we are going to find b squared minus 4ac. So b squared is the 2 squared minus 4 times a and times c. So you calculate, and then you will get this answer. I hope it's correct because it's so really big number, and it's a negative number, so it's less than 0. So we can say in conclusion, b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Then that means then the two circles C1 and C2 do not intersect each other. Do not intersect. So it is shown. That's the first question A. Now we are going to answer B. State the shortest distance between the two circles. We know that this is the circle. No, it doesn't touch. Oh. Okay, it doesn't touch. Okay, so we have the center. State the shortest distance between the two circles. So this is the point, okay, of circle C1. This is circle C2. So we are going to find this distance that D, because the shortest distance between this circle, bukannya between the center of the circle. So we are going to find what is the value of this. So we know this is R, and this is R1, this is R2, and we know this is the center here, center 1, this is the center 2. Okay, so we collect the information. The center for the C1, we look at this equation C1, so we have 1, we have 2, so 1, 2, and for the radius 1, is 9, so square root of 9, it should be 3. And for the C2 center, this is 0, this is 8, so 0, 8, and the radius for the 2 is 5, should be square root of 5. Okay, that's the first information that we need. As we know, the coordinate of the C1, the center of C1 is 1, 2 here, and this one is 0, 8, So we are going to find the length or the distance from the center of C1 to the center of C2. Then we are going to minus with the R1 and R2. So luckily we are going to find the D. So the D as a distance, D we can have it by distance from center C1 to C2 minus with the R1 minus R2. So first we find the distance from center C1 to C2. Okay, distance between two center is 2 minus 8, the coordinate of the y, plus 1 minus 0, coordinate of the x, square root, we are going to have square root of 37. That's the distance. So we are going to have minus 8 with the radius 1 and radius 2. So D is square root of 37 minus R1 is 3 minus R2 is square root of 5. So the final answer is 0.847, at least 3 significant figure for the decimal places. For question C, the straight line y equal to 2x plus 3 intersect the circle C1 at points A and B and calculate the coordinates. So we have a y, equal to 2x plus 3. We are going to use simultaneous method to solve this one. So the second equation is circle C1. C1 is x minus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared equal to 9. That's the second equation. So we are going to simultaneously solve. So subs 1 into 2. So subs 1 into 2, this one, and you sub the y here. This is the, okay, and you calculate, rearrange until you got this one quadratic, and then factorize it to find the value of x, and then we are going to find the value of y after this. So x negative 7 over 5, this one, and then we are going to sub into equation 1 to find the value of y plus 3. So you got 1 over 5 for the y. For this one is 2, 1 plus 3. You got 5 for this. So you have to coordinate. The first one is 7 over 5 over 5. Let's say we call it A. It doesn't matter as long as you have the 2 points A and B as mentioned by the question. So that's the answer for C, question C. For question D, show that the same straight line touches the circle C2 and determine the coordinates of the point of contact. So D, we have y equal to 2x plus 3 as equation number 1 and C2 as equation number 2. Okay, and then we are going to subs 1 into 2. More or less it's just the same concept like previous question C, but then we need to answer the first question, show that, which is we are going to have b square minus 4ac. We need to show b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So it shows that it touches at one point, and later we are going to find the value of x and y to determine the coordinates of the point of contact. So after you solve this one into 2, rearrange and simplify until you got quadratic. But then this is not the simplest quadratic. Do not key in the calculator yet. Simplify it first. Make sure the x squared is positive. Then key in it in your calculator and get the factorization. I don't think so. We need to show the touches the circle. We need to have b square minus 4ac first. Okay, so b square is negative 4 squared minus 4ac. Okay, we got negative 4. Okay, we got 0. So as b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then the line, okay, the line touches the circle C2 shown as b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the line touches the circles C2. Then after that, we are going to determine the coordinates of the point of contact using this quadratic, the simplest one. Okay, so we have x squared minus 4x minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. Factorize it, you are having x minus 2, x minus 2. In your calculator, you will see only one result, which is repeated root. So only one will be given in your calculator, will be shown in your calculator. So after you find x, you need to find y using the first equation, this one, and you calculate it. So you got that one. So point of contact, because it touched, so generally it should be only one point only. So 2, 7, that's the point of contact.